they church hat. Man, this shit will get the purple coming back. When that old week, we just be stretching, but you hear that on the train and remind you of your blessings. And that nothing, she just ain't nothing. She a boss, crying down the crime, but you don't know about it. Old school church, we don't see his head on the night, John Phillips. Lord, Lord, church girls steady, you don't care, you just speaking out, testify. We make martyrs out of us, we can go so far, and glorify your Lord. And it's right on the songs for the way, that's fine, she don't care what it is. She ain't hard to make her get it. And all she does is love Jesus, just change my son. We need discernment. Check what you be affirming. Cause the church can be full of members, but they dig
Hello, parents.
Hello, guys.
As our
Campers. All right. So while everyone's taking their seats, we'd like to give you a big welcome. Say hello, guys.
Welcome, parents.
These are your parents up here.
So, who had fun this week? So, before we jump into what we learned this week, let's get some examples of some amazing fun we had this week.
What
Let's start with
activities did we do, guys?
Eli, what's an activity we did?
Learning how to start a fire.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
This week's
survival camp. I've got one over here. What did you do, Viv?
We did the slip and slide,
Oh, the slip and
Ooh, slide was fun.
slide.
What's an activity we did?
build a shelter,
Build a shelter, yeah?
Shelter building. What about you, Thorian?
bouncy house.
Oh, the bounce house.
Absolutely.
Anybody from the middle? Thad, what did we do?
Counselor hunt.
Counselor hunt. Oh, yeah, that was fun.
That was a good one. But what was the overarching theme for this whole week? We had our theme for the week. It was on a couple t-shirts. What do we think it was? I think I have a hand back here. What do you think, Penny?
Groundwork and the 10 Commandments.
Oh, yes. Nice job. We've been talking all week about the groundwork of our faith.
Absolutely. So let's go all the way back to Monday. I know it was super long ago, but let's think about the commandments that we learned about on Monday. We learned about commandments 1 and 2, which were commandment number 1,
Put God first.
and commandment number 2.
No fake gods.
And Sandra, how did we learn about these commandments?
Well, we talked about it by using some beans and rice. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
With the ping pong balls and how God touches every aspect of our life.
Yeah, so we worked on how we need to make sure we're fitting him in throughout our day and not just cramming him in right at the end. And on day 2, which was Tuesday, we went over 3 different commandments. Can anybody tell me what those were? Ethan, what are those commandments?
Respect God's name, respect God's day of rest and respect your parents.
Absolutely. And we had an old friend, Aretha Franklin, teach us about the importance of RESPECT.
Yeah, we talked about what respect means to God and how we can use that respect God wants us to show everyone in our daily lives.
Absolutely. And on day 3, which was Wednesday, we went over 2 commandments. And those were commandments. And what were those 2 commandments? Does anybody know?
Do not kill people and respect marriage.
Oh, those are heavy ones. My
They really
goodness.
were. But we broke those down and by saying red flags and green flags in relationships. So sometimes you'll see a green flag, which is a sign that it's good and the relationship is healthy, but a red flag, on the other hand, isn't so good, and we need to watch out for those.
Absolutely. We definitely show them the importance of these flags in their relationships. So hopefully they can take these home and have great friendships. Then we take it to yesterday, which was Thursday. And what were the commandments we learned on Thursday?
Oh, over here, Kristen, can you tell me what they were?
Do not steal, do not lie, and do not be jealous.
Yes,
Absolutely.
exactly.
And how did we learn about those commandments?
Well, those commandments we broke down as these are all trust. So we talked about the building blocks of trust, and we even did a trust exercise. Does anyone remember what that was? You want to take that, Mr. John?
Yeah, let's go back here to Mr. Zach. I saw a hand back here. How did we do that?
So we did the thing to, one counselor had a bag of water in it over another counselor, poked holes in it, said she wouldn't get wet, and she didn't really get wet.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was a very big trust exercise.
Yeah, we're going to have these kind of trust exercises throughout all our relationships. They won't be as fun, but
They're definitely still as important. And on the last day this morning, me and Mr. Nathan taught you about the importance of love. Absolutely, yes. And how did we do that?
well, we took what Jesus said when he summarized all 10 commandments into 2 big things. Can anybody tell me what those were? Reagan? Can you tell me what those were?
Love God and love people.
Exactly.
And
Remembered that from small group.
if we're loving God and loving people, what are we reflecting, campers?
God.
Absolutely,
Exactly.
absolutely.
So we learned that when you love God, you're going to start loving other people. And that's what he wants us to do.
Absolutely, yep. And we took that mirror and we wanted to make sure our reflection was we were reflecting God's image. So, campers, I think it's time that we show the parents how we worship here at Indian Lake. What do you guys think?
Yeah, everybody ready for some
Everybody, come
worship?
on up, come on up.
All my
seat.
Take a seat, my friends. All right, take a seat. And
For us.
so, there was another kind of theme this whole week.
I think
You know?
we briefly talked about it, but
Yeah, it got mentioned a little bit.
what was that theme, Sandra? I can't remember.
I think these two groups were kind of participating in it.
Absolutely.
Evelyn, do you remember what the theme was? Can you tell me?
Survival.
Survival Week.
Survival.
Oh.
So, we did a series of some activities where we taught the campers importance of survival skills. So, let's figure out what were those activities. Does anybody know? What was the first activity we all did together? Yeah?
Shelter building.
Shelter building, yes, absolutely. We used, does anybody remember what we used to build those shelters? Ethan.
Bungee cords, tarp, sticks, leaves, and rocks.
Absolutely. We used basic necessities that we would have in the wild with us to help us build shelters. And, Miss Andrew, what's another activity that we did?
I'm not really sure. Max, could you tell me what another activity was?
We were carving into soap.
Absolutely.
The whittling?
What was that? What was that supposed to represent and teach us? Does anybody remember?
Oh, Victor, do you remember what that was teaching us?
It was supposed to teach us how to sharpen and work with specific materials in the wild so that we can use them to our advantage.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're whittling to our advantage. Perfect. And you know, it wasn't just shelter building and whittling. We also learned about some directional skills. Does anybody remember how we learned that? Let's go over to Nikolai here.
We learned it with a compass.
Yes, we used a basic compass for orienteering. And we went on a little scavenger hunt that had, well, a prize at the end of it. And that prize was great.
Oh, what was that prize, guys? Chloe, can you tell me?
Popsicles.
Oh, popsicles, that's a prize. I love that. I hope you guys enjoyed them. That sounds like fun.
They were great. And, you know, I think yesterday we did 2 more survival activities. And these ones were very important. They taught very valuable skills. Does anybody know what those are?
I think I see a hand in the back over here. What do you think it was, Maddie? Do you remember?
Fire building.
Fire building, yes. And what's a very important aspect of fire building?
You want me to phone a friend? A friend? Evelyn?
Wait, what was the question? I had to get to the first.
What's an important component?
Fire starters.
Absolutely, the fire starters are very important. And our fires helped us with another survival skill. And it was actually something that the campers all built. Mr. Andrew, do you remember what we built?
Water filters.
Water filters. Yes, we built water filters and we tested them out. And what did we make those water filters out of? Does anybody remember? Do you remember?
We made them out of cotton balls, charcoal, gravel, sand, mud water, and a water bottle with the bottle.
Absolutely, yes. We use all those resources to our advantage to help teach the campers about survival. So, you know, going into today, at our lunch challenge, we were talking about points. Does anybody remember what the situation was? We were all tied up, right? And who's excited to figure out who won this week? I know I'm excited. So, let's start off with 3rd place. Are we ready?
Can we
Let's
get a drum roll?
Big drum roll. Are we ready? All right, campers, say 3, 2, 1. Blue group in 3rd. Good job, Blue. 164 points. That is a lot of points. Wow. So, that just leaves what? 2 groups, right?
2 more.
And what are those 2 groups? Can I hear it for green group? Yeah! we had Red Group. Let's hear it for Red Group.
Close, guys.
Good job, Red. And Miss Inga, can you remind me how campers earn these points?
Well, we earned points a lot of different ways. We did meal challenges, we did games, some overall listening skills would earn you guys points.
Especially trash cleanup. We want to keep
Oh, yeah.
that theme of groundwork right there.
Yeah, and for each one of these cabins, or not cabins, color groups, there was a camper of the week.
Ooh.
So, one of these campers from each of these groups modeled outstanding behavior the entire week, and we just want to give them a moment. So they're going to get their team's flag.
Whoa. Let's figure out who this is.
All right. So, there it is. The red team
Drum roll, please.
was the Fireballs, and the camper of the week is
Drum roll, please.
Miss Phoebe!
Congrats, Miss Phoebe.
And then our green group.
Let's get
What were
a
you
big
guys?
drum
Were you the
roll, please.
Ninja Turtles?
Ninja Turtles. Let's get a big drum roll for the Ninja Turtles. Who's it gonna
Ninja
be?
Turtles camper of the week is Miss Izzy!
Woo!
Nice job! And then last, but certainly not least, our blue group was the Nonchalant Blueberries.
Let's get a drum roll for Blues Camper of the Week.
And their camper of the week is Miss Brianna!
And, just one more thing. This is our last overnight week. Let's take a second to appreciate the staff. So all the staff, come on up. Come on up.
All right, well, thank you, staff and my campers. Camp would not happen without these amazing people. They have cared for you, they have taken care of boo-boos, they have prayed with you, they have led you through Survivor Camp and through Adventure Camp. And I think you guys can be the loudest you have been yet this week. And a big old thank you for our staff for making this happen this summer. Are you guys ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. And we are going to get a picture because this is probably the last time we're going to have a lot of us together. And so we're going to take a really fast picture and then we're going to do the rest of our cooking program.
I wonder.